Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today we're going to get messy. I'm going to play with some embossing paste. This is not something I normally do as it's messy. But I really wanted to play with the embossing pastes that I have and really try them out because it is one of the instructions or additional instructions in the layout kits for the Cherished line of paper, the workshop kit. So we're going to play with that and let me get going. So when going through the Cherish instructions, I was intrigued because I've been wanting to play with some pastes that I have gotten. Mine I have right now are from Lawn Fawn. I have a pearl, I have one that's called fairy dust, and I have one that's called white. So that's pretty basic white. Fairy dust is kind of sparkly, as you can probably see a little bit here, and then pearls just kind of has a pearlish finish, which is also really pretty. But one of these layouts, this one that has this piece right here, and I believe it's this one right here, they have used paste on the stickers and kind of given it some definition. So when you get this, you'll turn to this page and it says apply texture paste mixed with mist ink to large Seabrook flower sticker with a palette knife. Set aside to dry. Tips, add texture paste only to the inside portions of the petal. To save on drying time, prepare the piece that uses texture paste in project 2 at the same time, and then continue to work on project 1 while these pieces dry. Then the technique is rub an open ink pan directly on all-purpose mat, then add texture paste to the ink surface and mix the two medias together with a palette knife. Use the palette knife to spread the colored texture paste onto the sticker. Optional, apply uncolored texture paste to the Shortbread floral sticker floral spray sticker, wow, with a palette knife. Set aside to dry. Another tip is to add texture paste only to the inside portion of the petals. So I decided I just kind of wanted to play with the colors and see if I really liked them. I'm very intrigued by this pearl one because it's got this pearl sheen that I really like. The fairy dust, I'm not thinking is probably going to be my favorite, but you never know. And then white, of course, I've played with that before, but I'm open. So I've got Shortbread, I've got Seabrook, I've got Mist, and I've got Mink. And I wanted to try all these colors. So let's start with Mink. And I'm just going to add 2 drops of color real quick and see how that changes things. Okay, this stuff doesn't appear to really like the color, but it's kind of fighting it, but it's also taking it. Interesting. Okay, there it's mixing better. So apparently it's time. So that's kind of got a nice little gray look to it. That's pretty. That's very pretty. And grab some wipes. Okay, I'll wipe that off. So I don't want to mix the medias. I'm going to add 2 drops to that and 2 drops to this. And let's see what happens. Oh, this one is really dry. This one started off kind of dry. It apparently does not like the open air. So, and I did this just a few minutes ago. I honestly do not care for the way this is looking with the gray. It's interesting, but I don't like the feel of it. That's not one that I would be wanting to add to something. Let's try this white. I wonder if I have one of these that's a little stronger. Oh, this doesn't take the color real quick. Let me wipe this one off and see if I've got a better. Let's try this one. Oh, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to add a little more Mink to this, see if I can get a little more color in here. I added 3 drops this time, so this will be a total of 5 drops. Let's see what that does. Seems to repel the ink. I wonder if this ink doesn't work as well with it, but it is taking the color. I'm just not liking the consistency. Again, working it is working better. I don't work with pastes a lot. I'm not really big on the mixed media because it's kind of messy and I tend to really like things clean, but I love the concept of it, so I'm always interested in that. Actually, this looks really pretty. Let's see if I can make sure this stays over there. There we go. Okay, let's clean that off. That definitely worked better with this black one. This is from my Ranger palette knife set. That might have not been very clear, so sorry. Okay, let's try Seabrook next. I'm very curious about the Seabrook. So we only needed 2 drops to get any color change. Let's see here. I'll put 3 on that one, and this one was like 5. I think I put 4. Oops. Get that cap back. Let's put the Mink up there. I'll put that one there. And so far the pearl has been my favorite. Oh my gosh, the pearl is amazing. It takes a little bit, of course, of working it into there to get that color going. But that is beautiful. I like that pearl sheen on it. Oh, that's pretty. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, wipe that down. Let's see how bad this one does. I don't care for this fairy dust one. I don't recommend this one. It's really, I don't know, sticky almost, kind of plasticky. Not real, I mean, it's kind of pretty with the color, but I still don't love the texture of it. No, that's that one I still, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful on here. And let's see the white. Let's mix this one in. Mix, 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 mix. This one is a lot harder to mix in. I wonder if the other stuff I have a couple different brands. I haven't bought more because I haven't used what I have. So this just looks kind of muddy. Let me see if I add a couple more drops. If it'll, oh, apparently 3 drops. Let's see what that does. It's a little better. I seriously love the pearl in comparison to all the other one. But I'll keep going and keep trying. And this is drying more as I'm, of course, taking my own sweet time. Let's go with Shortbread next. I'm very curious as how that's going to look. Maybe putting this on early is going to kind of loosen things up, hopefully. Okay, so Shortbread. Oh, the pearl is just beautiful. It needs to be mixed, of course, more, but I can already see that it's really pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that sheen on it. Okay, because I'm doing it, I should just do it. Even though my gut's saying, oh, just skip the fairy dust one. Yeah, I think it was too hard to start off with. I don't care for the fairy dust. Get that off of there. Let's go for the white and let's see what happens there. Kind of looks like baby poop. But I see potential. Let's mix this really good. It mixed up nicer than the other one did, which is good. Yeah, the white with the shortbread's pretty good. Now let's try Mist. This is the one I've really, Shortbread, or not Mist, and Seabrook were the ones I was really wanting to know what they were going to look like. Ooh. Might have made this one a little too dark, but I like it. I'm using my waffle flower stencil mat, and I'm liking it too. That one's really pretty. Messy. I keep getting messier and messier as I go down. Let's see what this one does, because, you know, it's here. That one's actually pretty. That's pretty. Out of all of them, these two would be my choices on it. Let's see it with the white and see how that goes. Putting that ink on it and letting it sit for a smidge before I start mixing it is also kind of getting it ready. I think the ones, as I've done it, these mix up a little quicker than like this one had. So that's nice. That's okay. I will say my vote on all of them is the pearls. I think that pearl, I like, oops, I like how the pearl mixed together so nicely. I also like the feel of it, the look of it. It just looks pretty. I think that that is definitely the look that I like better. These are okay. And this one mixed the nicest, I will say, after I mixed it in. And I could mix these more. But I've kind of got the samples that I was thinking about. And so that's was my goal right now, was just to kind of play with it and see what the ink did, how I liked it. And my vote is for this line. Now I'm going to grab my other one, my other pastes, because of course I have more than just, you know, these. I had gotten this one a while back. This is just embossing paste from Stampin' Up. I think it's still good. I don't know. I hadn't opened it. And then I've got this Brea Reese matte metallic. So I'm going to move this mat aside. Get that film off of there. This is one of those mats that Nancy gave me that she got at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so let's see if this Brea Reese... I've had the Brea Reese for quite a while and I haven't used it, as you can see. It's got a smell to it. The others didn't have a smell. This is a little more, it kind of reminds me of wall paste. I'm going to play with the Seabrook on this one. I'm put 4 on there. And let's see how that takes the color and what happens. It's kind of looks like an oceany bit. It needs a little more color. And remember, I'm a newbie on this stuff. Like I said, I don't like to, this isn't one of my first choices, I should say. I think it's beautiful when I see it. I wish I was better at it, but the mess involved is what holds me back a little bit on this. It holds me back a lot. So I'm just trying to play with it and see in kind of a controlled atmosphere if it's what I want to do and what colors and how the things work before I, you know, get too involved in it. I think that's really pretty. I like this. Wonder if I can get it any darker. So I'd love to have it a little bit darker. Stir it on up. You almost need a spoon. Okay, it's getting a little more color to it. It dries really quick. You could see that, you know, doing those petals. I don't want to do this onto my stickers until I've played more. But let's see how this goes. This is kind of pretty, making this little flower here with this palette brush. I think that's what it's, palette knife. Oh, that's kind of a pretty flower. I kind of like that. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to wipe this one up, and then I'm going to pull out this one. I don't know if it's dry or not, because I've had it for a while. Honestly, I've had all of these for a while. That one is real. I liked how that mixed up. Let's see here. Oh, it's got some liner on it, so that's a good good omen, right? It looks soft, so let's see. Oh, that's that's nice. Okay, let's try the same color. This one might, because it's Stampin' Up, it might absorb the color a lot quicker, because they are very focused on making that. Yeah, it's absorbing that color. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't like the gritty kind of look of it, which is kind of one of the things I've got here. It kind of looks like plaster of Paris. This one just looks kind of foamy, but it's nice. I mean, that mixed up like a dream. I'll have to get some of the close to my heart stuff and try that too. But that mixed up really nice. Really, really impressed. Let's see how that does that little flower thing. Let's see here. I'm not doing that as well as I did the other one. Let's scrape and try this again. Little one, little one. It's interesting. No. Okay, I'm having a harder time with that one. This one was a little more, this worked a little better for that. I will say that. I'm going to go back to that pearl and do that one again. Actually, I'll just take that pearl that I've got over there and let's see what that looks like. Oh, that does that nicely. That's nice. I like the pearl. I really, really like the pearl look to this. It's a really pretty, it's a pretty paste. I like that the best. Okay, I'm gonna be daring. I'm gonna grab my sticker sheet. Of course, at the bottom of my pile because of the fact that I have not been using the stickers, and I'm gonna try this with just a little bit, just a little bit. And a little bit more. And I should be turning the sticker, but I will turn it now, but I'm horrible at that part. Let's see here. I like how it's forgiving, like you can put it on there and then you can kind of take some of it off and you can change the direction of it after you've put it on there. It gives you a few seconds. That's really nice. I really like that. I like the detail it gives it. Let me see how far out they went on this. They went further out. Let's see here. I kind of want to do it to these too. And this one maybe, but not this one, not that one. Is there any other green ones? I don't foresee any of those. Okay. So let's see here. Let's grab the pearl with the mist, and let's see what this looks like. Oh, wow. And I'm just doing it on the sticker sheet because then I can pull these off later after they've dried. I do like the, oops, got too much that time. Yeah, definitely don't use a lot, but I do like how this is looking. It's very pretty. It's giving it a lot more movement that I like, of course, on things. I still would probably cut around the white because it's got a lot of white on it. That just seems to be how people like to make their stickers. Yeah, it's definitely easier if you're turning your mat or turning your sticker sheet. That one's kind of making a mess. Oh, whoops. I got to watch out. I've got other things on here, remember? Okay, that looks really pretty. I really like that. Okay, let's do these little guys here. And I know they said to do it clear on this one. So maybe I'll just try some clear of the pearl on that. Because I think the shortbread is too, I'm looking over there, it's a little too brownish for my want on here. I want it to be a little more clear. But this blue, the mist color is beautiful. And for somebody who hasn't really done this stuff, I mean, I've done a little bit of card work with paste, but not much. I think this is turning out pretty good for being a very new person doing some of this. But without knowing how close to my heart stuff is, I can't, say that this stuff is better or worse or whatever. All I can say is I am enjoying the pearl color, the way that it colors with the inks, because it's just pretty. Let's see here. I'm kind of going the wrong way, but maybe my wrist can go that way. It really can't. It's physically impossible. Oh, we have a little bit down here. But getting this whole sticker sheet, kind of done where I want it is also nice, because then I can use these whenever I want to. And they've got the little bits on them to give them that extra movement. Clean off that brush and get that hopefully off of that. Okay. Let's see, anything. Oh, there's a little one up here too. Oh, and it dries really nice. Okay, I think this has opened up a new world for my stickers. Okay. Let's grab some of the clear, toss that clear pearl. And I'll just put that out. And let's see what that does. Oh, I like it. I know, I just kind of messed up, but I'm still liking it. I need to wipe that. And cool, you can wipe it with your finger. I'm excited for the clear to dry and to see how it looks. It's so pretty. Serious, guys, this is opening up a whole new world to me. Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty with just the clear on there, or well, pearl. Wow, whole new world. This is amazing. Let's see, I'll add a little bit here. Just in case I use these on the other ones that have it, I want to make sure that everything is the same. I don't know how to use it on this one. So, and they didn't seem to use it on that. Where did I set this? There it is. Yeah, they didn't use it on that one. They just used it on this style of a flower. So just on this style of the flower. But I think that turned out really, really pretty. Let's let that dry for a second and then we'll take a final look at it. I've got a lot of cleanup. A lot of cleanup today. So let's look at that. Isn't that pretty? It really, in person, I don't know if it's as pretty on the camera, because I'm kind of looking up thinking, it might not be as pretty as I'm seeing it in person, but in person, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm really glad that I went with the Seabrook here. I don't know, because they went with the clear on this one, and it sounded like they went with mist on this one. So I went with Seabrook, and I'm happy with that. And I went with the mist on the blue ones, and I'm happy with those too. So again, I think that did a really great job. Gave it a lot of movement, and it's really, really pretty. So that is all I have.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.